Hey YouTubers, coming to you with a new video. This is my first product that's been sent to me for review, and this is from Triple Aliner. It's right there, truck bed liner. Then this should fit my 2018 Ridgeline, and so it's nice of them to send one to me to evaluate. I'm hoping if I like it, I'll get to keep it, but I've made no commitment as far as giving a positive review. So what you're going to hear from me is my honest opinion of it, and I'm really excited to have a look at this thing because it looks really cool. And the cats are inspecting the new bed liner. Maybe they'll do the unboxing for me. Well, I've got the AAA liner out of the box and we're getting our first look at it. And my initial impressions are very positive. I didn't notice any strong odor to it when I took it out. The material it's made out of has a smooth finish on the back side, but a textured finish on this side that kind of looks like carbon fiber. It's kind of a neat look to it. It also seems to be a good blend between flexibility and rigidity. And like I say, my initial impressions are very positive on this. I hope that that continues as I look at it a little more closely. I see that they already have holes cut out at the front for the two tie downs that are at the front of the bed near the cab. And I don't know yet whether I need to remove those tie downs, install this, and reinstall the tie downs, or if this will simply slip over the tie down. I'll figure that out when I go to install this. There were no instructions inside the box, so I'm going to head over to their website, and I'm sure they'll have instructions there. I'm really looking forward to this because with my previous Ridgeline, I had a bed rug in it, and I mostly liked it, but there were things about it that I really didn't care for. If you ever spilt any kind of oil or anything like that on it, it was very difficult to clean. It did, after a few years, acquire a little bit of a musty smell, but that didn't really bother me so much. I liked that it kept things from sliding around, and it was great on your knees when you crawl around the truck bed. It was much better than the bare, hard fiberglass surface that's in the Ridgeline. My biggest problem with the bed rug was that every time I would haul bales of pine straw needles would get into the fabric of the bed rug, and no amount of power washing or vacuuming would get them out. I would have to crawl around on my hands and knees and pull all the little pieces of pine straw out if I wanted to get it clean again. So as you can see, I've got the Triple Aliner laying out in the sun to relax and unfold a little bit better. Okay, there are 8 small drainage holes like this, about a 1/4 inch in diameter, at the front of the Ridgeline bed. So I'm going to stick a piece of tape up here to mark where each of these are, and after I get the new bed liner installed, I'll drill holes in the bed liner to line up with these holes. To remove those tie downs, I'm going to need a T50 Torx bit, and to drill the holes, I'm going to use a 1/4 inch drill bit, which is about the same size as the holes that are already in the Ridgeline bed. That looks like a real good fit. Now my little drainage tubes up there are making the bed liner a little tight up there in the corner. Let's see if I can push it down. Oh yeah, that's going to be great. After only a couple of hours in the sun, this thing has laid down flat and you'd never know it was ever folded up. And I would give this thing a 10 out of 10 for any vehicle except maybe the Ridgeline. The Ridgeline has an extra challenge to it that you're not going to find on any other pickup truck. I think any mat that has sides on it is going to be a problem because it really wants to lay flat. And when you go to lift the lid of the trunk, it kind of fights you a little bit, and then the trunk lid won't stay up. And these little parts here on the side, this lip right here, is what catches when you try to raise it. It's very difficult to get the lid up, and then the trunk closes. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try taking an X-Acto knife and cutting a little split right here on both sides, and I might even take out a little V section here to help this hinge better along this line and see if that helps. And I may also trim maybe a 1/4 inch or so off the edges here from here back to see if I can get the trunk where it will hinge up without this material catching on the sides of the truck, and if I can make it hinge more easily in the middle. If I can modify this to where when I raise the trunk lid up, it stays up, then this will stay in my truck, and I'll love it. So this is all the material I've trimmed off the sides. I cut a V-notch here, and where this lip rolls over, I remove that all the way down here, and then again here. So with the bed liner moved out of the way, I want to show you how the trunk operates normally. Now, because I have a tonneau cover on here with these rails, that limits the opening a little bit. But normally, the trunk comes up about that high and stays in place. Now, I've trimmed a good bit of material off the sides of this liner so that it would drop down and lay flat, and so that I could raise it without the bed lining material snagging and catching on the sides of the truck. I understand they designed it the way they did to get the liner material up snug against the sides of the truck, but that just doesn't work when you have a trunk like this. So it opens freely. It does restrict the opening by 1 inch or 2. I think normally this would open a little bit bigger, but the liner material here is preventing me from raising it any higher. And when I let go of the trunk, it closes. So the weight of this on top of the trunk lid is just a little more than the trunk lid springs can handle. And so I don't think this is anything that's wrong with the AAA liner. I think this is something you're going to face with any kind of bed mat or bed liner on a Ridgeline. So all in all, I'd say they've designed a wonderful product. I like the material. The fit is about as good as you could hope for. It's just the trunk lid on the Ridgeline kind of throws them a curveball they can't quite work out. And so it's a trade-off on the Ridgeline. Do you want to have the liner or mat in your truck, or do you want to be able to open the trunk lid and have it stay up? I don't think there's any way to have both. The one exception to that is a bed rug. I did have a bed rug in here, and it's light enough that the trunk lid will stay up, but I don't like the bed rug because when I haul pine straw or other organic material, it gets in the fibers of the bed rug, and it's just about impossible to clean out. So that's why I did not put a bed rug in this vehicle. Actually, I had one in my previous Ridgeline, not this one. So right now, I like this. I'm going to leave it in here, and if the trunk gets to be too annoying, I may remove it. But right now, I like the way it looks. I like that it's a little softer and easier on your knees. It should be simple to clean out. So I think they've made a really nice product. Just go into it knowing that your trunk lid's not going to stay up, and depending on your preferences, you may have to trim some material off the sides here. Anyhow, I hope you find this helpful. Please like and subscribe if you did. Thank you.